Okay guys, so to start this lash application process, you want to make sure that if these are lashes that you are reusing, make sure that there's no leftover glue on them. That's number one. If they're fresh lashes, great. Just make sure that they measure your eye properly. And a good way to do that is that when you take the lash out of the container, just put it, usually it has like a self-adhesive that holds it to the container. So that will hold it enough for you to just put it on your eye, just above your lashes. Just kind of hold it there just to make sure it's not too long for your eye, because depending on the size of your eye, you may need to trim them. So that's the first thing that you want to do. If you're going to trim them, make sure that the scissors are sharp so they don't make like a janky edge, and just cut them as you wish, wherever you feel like you need to. You want to make sure that your lashes, of course, till the end, not past your eye, but not all the way to this inner corner of your eye. You want to make sure that it's like kind of like where your actual lashes start, around that area. Because otherwise, if it's all the way down, it's going to make it very, very uncomfortable. And I guarantee you, you're going to put them on and then you're going to take them off and then you're never going to want to wear lashes again. So don't make that mistake. Okay, so that's for trimming lashes. Then you just want to get started. So what I normally do is I'll take the Dark Tone Duo Glue. I use the Dark Tone Duo Glue because it does dry dark. It doesn't dry fully black, but it does dry dark so that it kind of blends into the natural color of my lash, or the mascara color, or the color of the lash, or whatnot. The clear glue I find dries a little bit yellow. So you can kind of see it, and then I need to go in and touch up with either eyeliner or eyeshadow where you can see the glue. The Dark Tone Glue, I don't have that problem. I've never had that problem. So I'm going to take a little bit, just like that, on the back of my hand, just a little drop. That's probably even too much, but I'm trying to explain this. I also have a lash applicator. I used to just use my hands and my nails, and that was the best way for me to do it, if you ever watch any of my old videos. But I don't know, I just find that maybe it's because of the nails, but even when my nails are short, I just prefer the precision of having lash applicators. So I take the lash, hold it with this hand, and then I'm going to take a little bit of the glue on the back of this. I also make sure that I clean this. So you want to make sure that everything is clean. And I'm just adding it to the back of the lash. And I'll show you in a second. So if you can see that gray on the lash band, that is the glue. So now I'm going to hold it with my lash applicator. See the glue there? It's right across the band all the way. The ends, I tend to do almost like a dollop of glue. Not a ridiculous amount though, just a little bit thicker than the rest. Because if it does lift for whatever reason, if the lash lifts, if it lifts in the center, not a big deal. If it lifts on the end, you'll see that, and then that just kind of looks embarrassing. So let's avoid that. And then I just do this. You can blow on your own lash if you want to help dry it a little bit. I don't do that because it's just a habit for me to do this because of working on other people. It's not sanitary for me to be blowing on someone's lash and then putting it on their eye. So I'm just used to doing this. You can blow it yourself if you want. You want to make sure that it gets to a point where it's a little bit tacky. So this has already been, I'd say maybe like 30 seconds. But you want to wait to get a little bit tacky. You don't want it too tacky, because if it's too tacky, it's not going to glue to your skin. But you want it to be tacky enough that it's going to, when you put it on, you can feel the glue on your eye, but it's not wet. Because if the glue is wet, like really, really wet, like you just put it on, it's going to slide all over the place and it's just going to frustrate you. So now I'm going to take a little mirror just so I can see. I'm going to tilt my head back so that my real lashes are face down. Okay, and then I'm going to take the lash applicator with the lash, and I'm going to place this right on top of my real lashes, but I want to make sure that it is touching my skin. And you should be able to feel the cool sensation of the glue. So I can feel that. So I placed it in the center first. Now I'm going to take the corners like this and stick it, like press it to my skin. Same thing with this corner. Press it, so touching my skin, and you should be able to feel the glue. Like I can feel a cool sensation from the glue. Okay, so there, this lash is on. So if you can see this side, this is kind of facing up a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna hold it with my hand or manipulate it with the lash applicator. So it's facing down a little bit more. You may need to adjust as you go. And it will happen from time to time where this just didn't work out for me. And I'm like, great, I gotta do it again. That's okay. Take the lash off, peel the glue off. If you're using glue that has latex in it, which most do, if you are allergic to latex, get latex free. But it's like stringy. So you should be able to peel and it'll just peel off. If not, just pick at it a little bit. It's fine. Just don't be too aggressive because you don't want to pull any of the hairs out of the lash. Okay, so this one's on. It's comfortable. The other thing is that, and then you're going to do the other side, obviously. The other thing is that keep in mind, if you've never worn lashes before, they're going to feel heavy for the first probably, maybe even up to like an hour of you having them on, because you're not feeling this weight. It doesn't feel like weight, but it's weight on your eye. The other thing to mention is that if you're using glue that doesn't have latex, see, sometimes that happens. You see how these are stuck together? The lashes, you just want to do that. We'll fix that after, I'll show you. But if you're using glue that is like waterproof, or I think some of the latex-free ones are like that too, you don't want to, at the end of the night, you don't want to do this and peel them off. You can do that with the latex ones, because like I said, they literally just like, it's like stringy, like it'll just come off. But the other ones, it may pull out your lashes. So you want to be really gentle with removing them. Make sure that you have like some sort of oil, put it on a Q-tip and just kind of rub against your lash line on top, and it'll slowly loosen the glue. You can do that, or you can get like a lash glue remover. Same thing, put it on a Q-tip, just kind of rub it. Micellar water, anything like that, that'll loosen it. But for these ones, usually I can just kind of peel it like this and it's gentle enough that it'll come off. If I've added like a dollop of glue because there's like a night where I cannot have my lashes become loose or I'm gonna cry or whatever, then I will use the micellar water. And is that even how you say it? Micellar? Anyways, and just kind of rub the Q-tip, and eventually it'll come off, it's fine. So same thing, other side. Just gonna place it where I want it, and then do the corners. Another little tip, just saying, wipe the glue off as soon as you are done with it, because if it's still wet and you touch something or it rubs against your shirt or something, it's gonna be a problem. Because I've tried to get this kind of glue out of my clothes and it's not fun. Okay, so they are on, they are stuck, they are good. I'm comfortable with them. Okay guys, so that's it. That's how I put my lashes on. I hope you had a couple of tips and tricks in this video that might help you put your lashes on. It's not that difficult. It's really just practicing. There are times where I'll put my lash on and it's gone wonky, or it's a new lash that I've never used before and it's a little stiffer. The other thing that you can do with a lash, I'm just going to take this one for now, is if you find it really stiff, like it's one of those thick bands, which I typically don't like, you can do this and just kind of go back and forth with it and loosen it up a little bit before you put it on. That's a helpful hint. What else? If you are gonna tear, you're going to a wedding or something like that, take a tissue when you are crying and just hold it here and let the tissue, the tear fall into it, to kind of save your lash and your makeup. that's it. And removing them is just pretty much just peeling them off. If you get to a part that it's a little bit, you know, you had a little bit more glue there, like I said, just take a little bit of even regular water if it's this kind of latex, because this duo glue, if my eyes water enough, it'll become loose. So even just like water, it just gets wet and kind of peels off, like away from your skin. So you could do that, or if it's, you know, one of the stronger glues, you can just use like oil and just kind of, don't use too much oil because you don't want it to saturate the lash and ruin the lash, because you can, most lashes are reusable, that you can just kind of peel away the glue and then use them again, put them in their case, keep them free of dust and all that kind of stuff, and you should be good to go. So yeah, hopefully you guys found something in this video helpful. If you did, leave it in the comment, let me know what maybe you're gonna try the next time you put on lashes. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.